For this first call, we're going to be talking about some of the everyday essentials. You notice if you're watching the video version here, I've got my bag. I've had this bag for decades at this point, or over a decade here.
Wow.
We're talking about what we carry on us every day. So, first question.
Hi, the Minimalists. I'm Matej from Poland. I'm a Patreon subscriber. I've got a question about essentials. What everyday carry items do you always keep in your bag? And what have you taken out to keep things simple and your bag clutter-free? Thank you so much.
This question is important as a minimalist because when you are traveling, whether you're in your car, you're walking, or maybe you're getting on airplanes or trains or buses, you're going to get weighed down by the things you own more when you're traveling because you have to put it in a bag or a backpack or in your pockets. And if you're carrying too much, we've all seen almost the parody of the family who is going on vacation. And it's a family of 4 with 16 different suitcases trying. And it feels like that sometimes, even as a minimalist, if I'm carrying too much stuff on my person. So also, what do I carry in my bag as well? So I've got my bag here. This is from Mission Workshop, not a sponsor at all, but I've had this for over a decade at this point. It's been on a bunch of book tours with me, movie tours. Whenever I travel, I bring this bag with me, and I usually bring like a small suitcase as well for clothing. But even when I'm not traveling, I'm coming down here to the studio from home, this is the briefcase that I carry with me. So if I'm just going out to the store or something, I basically carry 3 things on my person all the time. I have chapstick, I have my wallet, and my wallet is, I always keep cash. I'm one of those old guys that still carries cash with him. I've got debit cards and my debit card and my business credit card and my driver's license and health insurance card and the real basic boring stuff in my wallet. It's a front pocket wallet. It's by a company called Money Clamp. Also I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but it's just the wallet that I've used for a long time. And I keep my keys on me as well. It's just 2 keys. It's a house key and a car key.
Do you always keep them outside like that?
Not always. I usually keep them like on my belt line.
Okay.
But while we're recording the podcast, I tend to put it on the bag just to get it out of the way.
You walk around sounding like a janitor or a cop while they're jingling.
Well, it's only 2 keys, so it's like a minimalist janitor, right? Yeah. And so I don't carry much on my person. I carry this bag with me everywhere. Oh, it's probably worth noting. I have a concealed carry permit as well. And I think it's worth talking about. There are reasons for that. I've been in the public eye for maybe 15 years now, and I've received exactly 2 death threats. And how serious they were, I don't know. But after the second one, I made sure I got a concealed carry permit. And so I may or may not be carrying something right now. Don't worry, I'm not going to brandish it. That's against the law. But for me, that was to make sure that I keep my family safe. And we could talk about responsible gun ownership and firearms, a different video, I'm sure. But I think for me, it's been really important because I've also received some very strange messages over the years, some that weren't death threats, but I once received a picture of my house from someone. They DM'd it to me. This is an old house that I lived at when I was in Montana. That was really creepy. I got some other creepy messages about someone I used to date. So I've received a lot of sort of weird things over the years. Nothing like a politician would receive or someone who is super controversial, but enough that I'm super cautious on that front. In my bag itself, I carry this with me all the time. I've got my computer is in here, although it's in the closet right now. So I just keep my MacBook in here. I keep a notebook for writing. I have a magazine in here that Sean gave me. This is the New Yorker. I just read that article about music criticism. That was really, really good. And then some supplements are in here. It's kind of boring. Like, isn't that the thing? It's like, I've got some activated charcoal in here or some vitamin B patches. What else? Oh, I keep my coffee mug in here. Some grounding patches. What else do I have? Oh, supplements. Headphones. I don't know. It's pretty simple, man. These are things that I use pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key to an everyday carry is it's either something I use every day or it is an emergency item. Like I hope I never need my insurance card in my car for my car, right? But I have it in my wallet as a just in case emergency item. What I don't want to carry with me are things out of obligation. I found that when I first became a minimalist, there were things that I was carrying that I wasn't using, but I had been carrying it. This is sort of always the way that we've done it, so I'll keep doing it.
Like what?
Well, I would carry several notebooks, or I would carry different electronics, different cords, just different things that I might use from time to time, some just for win items. And I have no problem with just for win items. In the Minimalist Rule Book, the 16 Rules for Living with Less, which you can download for free at theminimalists.com/rulebook, one of the rules is the just for win rule. I have just for win items in my home. I try to avoid carrying them around with me because they weigh me down. What was the lyric we were talking about from Justin Bieber earlier? I've got so many mountains to climb, had to leave the baggage behind. I want to leave the baggage behind when I'm traveling. Whenever I'm going to the store or if I'm going on a long trip, I want to take as little with me as possible. When Ryan and I did that crazy year-long tour in 2014, we were gone for 10 months, and I lived out of, this briefcase and a small duffel bag, basically, for 10 months. And it really made me appreciate, I couldn't overpack because I didn't have a giant suitcase to put more clothes in. I had enough space. And sometimes, especially at the beginning, it felt like I didn't have enough space. But it turns out I had just enough space. I didn't need as much as I thought I needed. And that tends to be the metaphor for minimalism. I feel like I need so much more, but maybe enough is less. And maybe I can let go. I don't need to carry so many things with me. So even this bag has very little in it right now. I carry a coffee mug around with me all the time because I'm constantly drinking coffee. This is from a company called Fellow. No affiliation with them whatsoever. I just enjoy that coffee mug. How about you, TK? What do you carry on you every day? You have some adornments that are not necessarily functional, but they seem to add value to your life. And that's one thing that I don't have. Like, I don't have a watch. I don't have any jewelry. Everything I have is rather utilitarian in that sense, where I use it every day or I plan to use it at some point. But with you, it's a bit different.
Yeah, I just want to say really quickly, first, that bag has held up really, really well. It looks good. I see no visible scuff marks, and it's been over a decade that you've had that thing?
Yeah, and I've used it in hundreds of cities and more than a dozen countries, I think. And it has really held up.
That's amazing. And then also the comment about the things that you carried around by habit, and you were talking about that's the heart of minimalism. I like that. The phrase that came to my mind when you said that was that minimalism is when my freedom is greater than my heavy, right? And so we all have a certain measure of heavy that we got to bring with us through life, but then you take away as much of that as you can in order to make your freedom greater.
Well, I aspire to be like Jack Reacher, where he's a fictional character, though. And so for me, I'm never going to reach that point. It's like trying to get to a horizon.
No pun intended.
And you're never going to get there, right? And yet, to me, that's the aspiration. Yeah. And I've tried that for short periods of time, and I realized, like, oh, I'm depriving myself. Minimalism is not the same thing as deprivation. And so I will go without for a period of time, and then I realize, like, no, I enjoy having a notebook with me because I write in it regularly. I don't want to deprive myself of that. I work typically from my computer. I've tried to work from my phone before, and that just doesn't work for me. And so I like having a computer with me. Headphones, I like having headphones, listen to music or to podcasts. So that's important to me. I will go without these things for a period of time and I'll be just fine. Strictly speaking, they usually aren't necessities, but they add value to my life. They're non-essential value-adding items. And so what's really going to add value? And many times, being less heavy adds more value than those value-adding items. I really enjoy sitting on a couch. I don't pack up a couch and bring it with me everywhere I go.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I too am inspired by a fictional character. His name is Stefan Urkel, and I will never be him as well. I'll always be Steve. Okay, so as far as the adornments are concerned, so they actually are practical, although they have an aesthetic dimension that I like as well. It's a rosary and a chaplet. These are the bracelets that I wear. The rosary bracelet is great because I get to just pull this off and boom, I got it right there. So when I'm taking a walk, if I'm sitting down, if I'm waiting in line or something like that, but then I can just wrap it up as well and just have it as a bracelet.
So it is both like, it's beautiful, but it has a function to it as well.
Absolutely. And then the chaplet, well, why you need one of these? Because this one's shorter. And so when I'm in situations where I just don't want to be obnoxious, I don't want to draw attention, or even when I'm driving, it's just easier to just do this because I don't have to remember anything. I just got a certain amount of beads and I know when I get to that cross that I've covered a certain amount. And so, or sometimes I'm just taking a walk or I'm out in public and I don't want to be, holding that. And so I'll just pull this out. And as I'm walking, it's to my side and I'm doing that. And so it can just be a way to sort of anchor my thoughts or move through the prayers or just, spend some time in meditation or what have you. In terms of my bag, I typically bring my laptop with me everywhere I go and the cords that come along with that and some kind of charger and my headphones because I use that a lot. But then I also I have a man purse, and in that man purse, I've got some toiletries. I bring toothpaste, a toothbrush, mouthwash, deodorant, lotion. Got to keep these elbows greased. Y'all don't know. Some of y'all don't know about that.
Yeah, you always bring that with you. The little Dob kit you have here at the studio.
Yeah.
I've seen that from time to time. I saw it this morning when we were in the bathroom downstairs.
Yeah, and I don't walk around with it in my daily life when I'm living locally, but when we do Sunday symposiums or when we come into the studio 1 to 2 days a week, it's useful for me to have because those are generally long days. And, I want to be able to brush my teeth after lunch or, I want to be able to, freshen up or whatever it may be. And so those things are very useful to me.
How about you, listeners? What is your everyday carry? What are the essential items that you carry with you on your person every day or in your bag that you carry with you? And what's one thing that you're holding on to on your person or in your bag that is no longer useful and you'd like to let it go? I hope you enjoyed that highlight from the Minimalist Private Podcast. If you'd like another highlight, check out this video. If you'd like to watch the minimal episode, check out this video. Or if you'd like to dive deep into full episodes of the Minimalist Private Podcast, head on over to Patreon. The link is in the description. Your support keeps our podcast and YouTube channel 100% advertisement free.